Quad, baby, what is you doing? What are you doing? I'm confused. I am confused. And I'm like, come on through, Cookie. I want to put my soapbox. That's basically it. Let's talk about drag and all its forms. What, Cookie? Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is my review for season 7, episode 2 of Married to Medicine. Child, my girl is on one. I don't know. Girl, I don't know. Child, I got left at the rest stop. I am completely confused at this point. But we're going to get to it. Anyway, okay, so first things first, Alora. Oh my gosh. Alora is 13 years old now and looking just like Heavenly. Oh my God. The older she gets, she's starting to look just like Heavenly. And I said, well, look at her. And Child Heavenly was about to drive her nuts in that damn nail salon. You hear me? She's sitting there and she's talking to her about dating. And Alora's like, well, maybe when I'm 15. And she's like, no, I'm going to beat your ass. I'm like, well, honey, when do you think she's supposed to start dating? And she's talking about the child, talking about going to the prom with her brother. I said, girl, stop it. Stop it, Heavenly. You sound crazy. And the bad part is, she's serious as a heart attack. She is as serious as a damn heart attack. You can believe that. Girl, crazy as a damn road lizard. Leave that child alone. And then when you get down to the whole real point of it, Heavenly's having separation anxiety already with Allure because she's getting to that age where she don't want to be bothered. Listen, girl, you're doing good. She's 13 and don't want to be bothered with you. Child, they don't usually get that old before they don't want to be bothered with your old ass. Honey, that's what they do. She's growing up. Go sit down. And Allure's always been grown. So I am truly shocked that it took her till 13 to separate from you. Baby, you got to deal with that. Leave that baby alone. Anyway, moving on. Contessa and Scott. So I love Contessa and Scott. Contessa, girl, you wrong. You wrong. I mean, you got a lot going on. Anytime you separate out, it's a whole issue. And y'all learn this from looking at as Cecil and Simone. This living in separate houses stuff is a mess. But I think what happened here is Scott didn't realize that he can't really do Contessa's job. And Contessa expects Scott to be able to do her job. And when Contessa blew through there, Contessa has that very matter-of-fact type of personality. And you were kind of cold, baby. You were cold to the man. You rolled through and you loved on the kids. The kids immediately stopped paying attention to him. Like they just literally, it was like he wasn't even in the room anymore. And he said, y'all just ate. No, you can't have the food. And no, you can't take it to the room. You gave him the food anyway and let him take it to the room. You just denounced everything that was going on before you came in the door. That is problematic. It is problematic. It is problematic. And it will tear your house apart. It will tear your house apart. Do you hear me with them kids? You don't want to do that. So you just want to be mindful of that and pull back. And then you did. You came in pointing out what wasn't done. You didn't come in and point, you said in the conversation that you appreciate him, but when you rolled through, it was this ain't done, that ain't done. There's laundry in the kitchen, and there's this, that, the other. There's dishes to the sink. You just start pointing out all these negatives. I'm like, listen. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Y'all got to get a handle on this and get a handle on it immediately. Immediately. Because y'all got a good thing going. You don't want to mess it up with this, I promise you. And this is little stuff that will turn into big stuff. The fact he walked off and went and slammed the door, y'all already too far in to that stuff. That ain't good. But the other thing, boy, have their kids grown in that little short period of time since we've seen them last. They have really gotten big. I said, look at these kids, all of them, Alora and her kids, even Toya's kids. I said, oh my gosh, all their kids. It's so funny that in the show, everybody's kids are in that growth spurt. Amazing. But anyway, Mother Nature, she's something, ain't she? Anyhow, then we got Jackie and Heavenly sit down with one another, and I didn't even realize Jackie was. So Jackie is truly broken up about the separation of Heavenly and Simone. Like she is truly broken up behind. I'm like, wow, because Jackie don't generally. The only thing I ever seen Jackie really get broke up about was her marriage. This thing, her father, the stuff with her father was deep. But yeah, it's usually something really, really deep that gets Jackie going. But this thing really got a hold to her. Or maybe it's just that Jackie done softened up throughout this time. These things that have happened in her life these last several years has softened Jackie as a person. I don't know. But she's really taken this separation of Simone and Heavenly really rough. She is clueless to Mariah's bullshit. And one thing that was stated, she said, I'm not going to argue with her. Like, I'm not doing that. I'm not even playing into the foolishness that is Mariah. I'm not doing that. But it was funny to me. She didn't even catch the slip thing. She really didn't know what that was about. But child, it was just funny to me anyway, because I know what it's about. And the fact she gave her, honey, your slip was showing Miss Jackie. And she gave, I don't have a slip on, honey. I have on pants. Listen, that was class. Ignorance is bliss. You hear me? So she got Mariah together, honey. Didn't even realize she's getting her together. Oh, Jackie. Anyway, so then she decides she's going to play in a high tea at her house. So that was that. I said, okay, cool. Then we see Toya and Simone, and I was right. I didn't even want to be right. I didn't want to be right because that is something that no one should ever have to go through. But that's one of those really bad terms that life gives out and you have no control over it. And I say that to get to this other thing here. Toya actually did suffer a miscarriage. I said it in the last. I said, I got a feeling that something's going on. And sure enough, I was right. Like I said, I didn't want to be. She lost the baby at what was it, 6.5 weeks, something like that. Really, really sad. Very, very sad. And then it was even more sad when she referred to it. Her and Eugene were talking, and it was referred to as a failure. And that just I said, whoa, no, 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 no. I said, no, failure? Miscarriage is not a failure. You have nothing to do with that. You have no control over that. You didn't do anything. You didn't misuse your body. You didn't do anything. Your body it was what was supposed to happen. That was God's plan. That wasn't your plan. You had no part in that. You know what I mean? You had no part in that. That was just one of those things. So that was really sad to hear her say that. But I love how Simone felt the same way I did, jumped right in and started explaining, and she straightened her out to the fact that, no, you let that go, honey. There's no guilt in that. There is no guilt in a miscarriage when you are not, you're not doing drugs, you're not drinking alcohol, you're not overexerting yourself and doing things that a doctor has told you not. You're not doing anything that is out of what it is that you're supposed to be doing. There is no guilt in a miscarriage. That's just no. There's pain attached, but there's no guilt. There should be no guilt attached to a miscarriage when you haven't done anything. And if you've done something, then you do get the guilt and you get it. But what happened with Toya, there's no guilt in that miscarriage for her or for Eugene. So I was glad that Simone approached that and gave her that. Now I'm sure that, it was like a whole little sister moment there. So that was good. That was cool. Um, Contessa and Heavenly and Quad went out. They were funny. They all looked good. They all looked really, really nice when they were out. Um, I do love the short blonde wig on Quad. I like it. Um, they talked about dating. They were talking about Quad dating, and she's not ready to date. Not ready to date. One thing that I absolutely agree, and I don't agree with Heavenly a lot of times, but I agree, Quad, whenever you do begin dating, I don't want to hear about it until you are engaged. I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear it on Sister Circle. I don't want to know anything about your dating escapades until you have a ring. Once you have a ring, then we can go there. Until then, I don't want to hear anything about it because it's nothing but an open door for people to drag you. You already, but then I ain't got to tell Quad that because Quad knows this uh, social media game. She knows. And if she does anything other than that, she's foolish. And I doubt that she will. And from what her conversation was, you're not going to hear nothing about it. She may not tell you nothing until the date of her wedding or the day after. But that's definitely the way I think it should be handled. I don't think she needs to broadcast her dating at all. Because I promise you, this is how it'll go. She'll be dating. First thing will come out. She dating already? Slut. Then she date one person and that don't work out, and then she date another person. It can happen literally. One could be in January and the other thing could be in December. The next thing is going to come out, she's a whore. Look at all these men. She just letting them run through. That is how it's going to go. I promise you, I will put money, I'll drop a stack on it. That's how it'll go. So I'm saying this, honey. A sparkler. Don't come back without a sparkler. Don't come with no dating stories until there's a sparkler, honey. I don't want to hear it. I want to hear it on my daytime TV. I don't want to hear it up on here. I don't want to know nothing about it until that sucker makes your fingers sparkle. I don't want to hear it. So that's that. Okay. Just like I got some control over something, right? But I said what I said. I don't want to hear no dating stories until there's a couple carrots attached to it. Anyway, and I think that, and I definitely, like I said, I think that's going to be the route that she takes. She's smart, girl. She's smart. Anyway, she said that the divorce is actually, it's nasty. She said just nasty. And they're in mediation. So, child, we know how petty Gregory is, honey. So, and yeah, she really needs to stay. Don't bring nobody else in while he's attacking. Anyway, moving on. So at Jackie's High Tea, we meet Alyssa. Now, Miss Alyssa, that hair was just ugly. I ain't like that blue hair. Baby, she was giving me, honey, la 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 la. Let's just sit your ass down, honey. I didn't like that blue hair at all. But maybe if it was all blue, even if her sideburns, her sides and everything would have been blue, I just couldn't take her seriously. I just was looking at her like, okay, well, all right, I guess. I wasn't a fan of that. Nope, sure wasn't. Anyway, but Alyssa is a member of the church. She's one of Jackie's sisters from church, and she came up to mediate, which I thought was a good touch. It was a good touch. And then after she started talking and where she sat in her spirituality, I felt her after that. After I got past the blue hair and all that stuff, because I didn't think they were going to take her serious either. Because when she first came out, they give, oh, come on, blue hair, and they was really getting, how shady they are. They was giving, I wish you could tell us this blue ass hair, but once she started doing her thing, she's the real deal. So I was like, okay, cool. So I guess that's my fault for you don't judge a book by its cover, because the cover was fucked up. The cover was tattered, Daddy. I like that old blue ass hair. Anyway, Again, Jackie, very broken with the Simone Heavenly thing. Mariah, you know you're real irritating. Do you know that? You are just freaking irritating. She comes in, first was this whole big thing we got to go through with her and her sister wife. You know, about what color to wear. No, don't wear red because, you know, you'll come through and they'll be saying that you're the devil. Yes, because I'm the one that would have said it. I would have said, I would have definitely said it. But she rolled through with this blue. And it's so funny. And Mariah might really hate this. She probably will. So I hope she sees this. Girl, you and Heavenly have the same aesthetic, honey. Y'all got the same taste. Or y'all got the same stylist. One, because y'all keep bumping into each other fashion wise. You and Heavenly. Girl, and as she walked in there, and her and Heavenly both had on royal blue, baby, it was just burned her up, honey. I said, Child, Mariah was done. She really wanted to go back home. Whatever. And she immediately, just like soon as everybody got there, she had that old ugh face, honey. And you see the damn thumbnail. Like, girl, you're so irritating. Girl, you act just like Shoot Lucy, honey. Her mother does the same stuff. Her mother has the same old stank ass faces and stuff. She is truly Shoot Lucy's daughter, honey. A mess. Moving on. Then they start doing a little exercise. They're all sitting around the table, and you basically got to pull out a little fan, little church fan, and it says like I'm disappointed or I'm upset or I feel betrayed, whatever. Child. So everybody following the directions. They pull one out and you just speak about the emotion and where it came from. You ain't got to really say the person's name or anything like that. Child, they get the quad. No quad is extra. She get the pulling out fans, honey. When she got done, child, you would have thought it was a goddamn. I said, well, wait a minute. Wait a minute, girl. Is this Showtime at the Apollo, honey? All these fans, honey, pulled out. And then she's going through all of it, honey, and she's just babbling on, and everybody is clowning the shit out of her. I was like, oh my God. Production and the ladies, they clown the shit out of you, Quad. They did. Everybody's over there. These people putting on their makeup, rolling their eyes, fixing more tea, and then the way they did it out, girl, they really gave us that you were babbling on, babbling, honey, and then you finally got to the point, and she's the only one who actually reached out and said, you know, Simone, can we reconnect? So that was cool to go through that long dissertation. She's the only one that actually called out a person and said, listen, can we, fix what we got going on? And Simone said yes. I said, well, good. So I was really happy. Because y'all know, I just spoke about that last week, about how, I loved the camaraderie with Simone and Quad, but I don't know where it went wrong. And when it went wrong, it was nasty. And Simone was like mean as hell. She's mean as hell, and I don't know where that came from. So I thought for sure, okay, so it was what it was. We discussed, stuff about that. Because that crab boil that Heavenly had is when everything came to a head with Simone and Quad. And I said, well, we just ain't never gonna get the story of why Simone got so nasty. And I had accepted that. And I was like, cool. So I thought we had moved on. And that was that. And they just was gonna say, well, the hell with whatever happened. Let's just squash it. Let's move on. And so I was like, cool. Mariah, you're full of shit. As usual, you're full of shit. You ain't got no storyline. And you're just here. And you're making Jackie your storyline. You're mad at Jackie because Jackie brought up during that podcast that you was allegedly powdering your nose. Girls, you crazy. We all heard it at the damn reunion. That ain't had nothing to do with Jackie, damn fool. Now you be mad, now you mad at Quad, I understand that. But Jackie ain't got shit to do with it. If you a cokehead, you a cokehead. Girl, I ain't got nothing to do with Jackie. I said, she done made Jackie her storyline. You need to drop it and go somewhere and sit down. But whatever. Toya, I ain't even getting into nothing with you because you get a pass. You get a pass. So, Contessa, I ain't gonna say nothing about none of y'all's situation. Toya, you get a pass for now. But next week, pass gonna be gone. We're gonna get on back to it. But you get a pass. Anyway, because she couldn't even get her stuff out. And like she said, I don't even feel comfortable, sharing the miscarriage with these ladies because these ladies ain't been my friend over the year, and that's true. That you don't have the sister vibe with the girls, and the other thing is you've done things as well that Didn't I say I was letting you have a pass? I'm gonna let you have a pass. I'll get back at you next week. Anyway, poor thing. I felt bad for her because she couldn't even really express herself because she was just so pitiful, and I just felt really, really bad for her. I was like, somebody hug her quick, please. Um, so then we leave the party. Well, the tea was a success for the most part. They got in a circle. They prayed together. It seemed like it was okay. Everybody is it's out there. Everybody's pretty open to discuss. Oh, no, 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 no. Heavenly bitch. Are you kidding? Heavenly is sitting there completely acting like she's oblivious to what she did wrong to Simone and Cecil. No, Heavenly. No, 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 no. Now, you and Cecil, whatever. But you and Simone, whore, you out of order. You out of order. You did betray her trust. You did throw things at him that she told you in confidence that was a problem for her, and you threw them out there on Twitter. You wrong, Heavenly. Wrong, wrong, wrong. And then to sit up there and act oblivious, girl, you should be glad she ain't throw some hot tea on you for real. Because you would have deserved it. That I was like, I can't believe you're sitting there doing that. That's why that damn hat wouldn't stay on. The devil kept. Devil was creeping up your back, girl, and the good Lord was smacking that hat back. Just ridiculous. I couldn't get with that at all. But other than that, the tea went good. Now then Simone goes and she meets Quad. Quad, this is where you lost me. You left me at the rest stop. I don't know. I went to go pee and I come back, girl, in the car and left you to just left me there in Breezewood, girl. I don't understand. You come and y'all sit down and your attitude was combative, like from the door. Your attitude was combative. She's like, whoa, wait a minute, you just skipping a small talk altogether. You're like, yeah, girl, I gotta go to work in the morning. You basically lured her. It's like you lured her there so that you could tell her what you thought of her behavior at that crab boil. But that wasn't the agreement. That wasn't the agreement. She did not say, I'll meet you out for drinks so you can tell my ass off. She never told you that, and you know that Simone would never agree to that. So that wasn't cool. And then you said you wanted to get back on track. How you gonna get back on track? Because you're looking for I don't know. Are you looking for an apology? She apologized at the reunion. I thought everything was cool from the reunion. That's why I was surprised when y'all came back and it was still like y'all was at war on episode 1. I don't know what was going on, Quad. I didn't get it. I didn't get it. Simone wasn't feeling it, baby, and she got up and leaned over there and told Quad, out of here. Like, I can't say I didn't blame her. That was like a setup, Quad. I can't get with you with that one. She would have never agreed to come there to argue with you. She just wouldn't have did it. She would have never agreed to come there to apologize to you again. You know who Simone is. I don't know what you were trying to achieve, but I don't know. That just wasn't a good look. I wasn't for that one. Ooh, Lord have mercy. But I I'll give you this. The funniest thing, and this is so shady, you know, Toya ain't one of my favorites, but she had a moment. Bitch, Toya, this was funny. This right here. And on this, y'all look at this, and I'm out of here. I'll catch y'all next week. Y'all funniest shit of the whole episode.
Let's last all of 30 minutes, okay? Give us time. Clock ticking. So we got more to go.